Hi, my name is Shrikant Iyer, and today we are going to be doing storytelling with origami. There was once a magician, and he was experimenting with some magic spells, and lo and behold, he came up with a spell, and that was the oddest one. He created a piece of paper that started talking. It talked and it talked and it talked, and the magician desperately tried to shut its mouth. Do you think it worked? Of course not, otherwise our story would end. Well, it said, "Look at me, I have 3 corners," he said. "Woohoo!" "Well, we call that a triangle," said the magician. "You're no fun to talk to." "I love my new shape. I love talking. I love doing this," said the paper. Well, the magician was a very busy magician, and he had to go and perform other magic tricks in other places, and he had to do something, but you just don't make a spell and abandon it in the middle of nowhere. So the magician thought and thought and thought, and he really said, "I don't know what to do, but maybe I'll work on this a little bit later." So he folded it and tried to put it into his pocket. He made it into a small triangle and tried to put it into his pocket. And guess what happened? The paper gave the loudest scream and said, "How dare you make me into a small triangle? I want to be big again." Well, the magician got a little scared, and he had no choice but to undo his last move. So the magician quickly came up with a clever plan. He asked the piece of paper, "Would you like to be a kite and fly high up in the sky?" Well, the paper said, "Oh, that sounds like such a great and exciting idea. And this way I'll get rid of you because you're no fun to talk to." So the magician did some more magic, and he made the piece of paper into a kite. And off he set it up in the sky, and there it flew by, waving at all the birds going by. And he said, "Hi, raven, hi, crow," and then it went a little higher. He said, "Hi, eagle," and all the high-flying birds. As he went high up, guess what went by? A big plane went by. And then he got a little too excited, and he said such a big hi that he couldn't straighten his tail anymore. He tried and he tried and he tried, but he could only go back by a little bit. But by now he lost his beautiful kite shape, and he came spiraling down and fell on the ground. But luckily for the piece of paper, he fell right in the magician's courtyard. So that evening, when the magician returned, he saw this poor crumpled up piece of paper, and he said, "Oh, you poor little thing, you don't look so happy." Now, how did the magician know that the paper wasn't happy? Because it was so quiet. He said, "Well, I certainly can't straighten you out, but I can do one last spell on you." So the magician folded it one last time, and then he said another spell. And then he lifted his neck, lifted his head, and spread his wings. And all the animals and birds in the magician's courtyard came and said hello to the newest addition to the magician's courtyard. And the bird that was the paper said hello to every single one of those animals and said, "Please take a piece of candy from one of my pockets." And everyone was always very, very happy to see the candy-carrying bird.